Mr. T here. We're looking at 7C. This is the influence of the Second Great Awakening on social reform movements like temperance, public education, and women's efforts to gain suffrage, so gain the vote. The Second Great Awakening was a religious revival in America that spilled over to these social reform movements. So these issues in society that people thought these need to be improved, these need to be fixed. Now, the first movement was the temperance movement. And so this was the goal to get people to consume less alcohol, to temper, to lessen the amount of alcohol they were drinking. And this grew out of the desire to protect women and children from abuse and from general poverty that was associated with these men who were taking their paychecks and spending the majority of their pay on alcohol. So that's the temperance movement, lessening the amount of alcohol that Americans were drinking. Now, public education. This movement comes out of the issue that uh, originally it was really just the wealthy that were being educated. It was these reformers wanted to change that because they believed that to improve democracy, to have a more effective democracy, society needed to be educated. And so reformers wanted to teach civic responsibility, so being a good citizen, and morality, so right from wrong. And so the common school movement begins, and Horace Mann was a huge leader in the common school movement. This whole idea for a free public education to get society educated. Now, the women's rights movement begins with the Seneca Falls Conference. And so the Seneca Falls Conference was this declaration of sentiments modeled after the Declaration of Independence to show that women should be equal legally and socially with men. And one of those key pieces, key rights, was gaining the right to vote, which they believed they could get because universal male suffrage just happened, so its rights should be expanded to them.